Roblox used to feel like it was headed towards its own golden age. Every year, games were getting more ambitious, more complex, and some, like Frontlines, were pushing the platform further than most people thought possible. But now, it feels like we've slammed the brakes. Instead of building on that momentum, we've somehow gone backwards, not just in visuals, but in mechanics, systems, and overall ambition. One of the clearest examples of that, a game called Grow a Garden. On the surface, it's colorful, it's harmless, and it's undeniably popular. But when you look at it in the context of where Roblox was just a couple years ago, it tells you a bigger story, one where the platform's most played games are becoming simpler and simpler, and why that might not be a good thing. When you first load into Grow a Garden, the appeal is obvious. It's as easy to understand as possible. You click, you grow, you unlock the next thing, and you repeat. There's no learning curve, no hidden mechanics, nothing to figure out. It's designed for instant rewards without demanding much from the player. That works if you want to play short sessions or if your audience is really young, but it also shows how far Roblox's top games have shifted, from pushing creative limits to chasing retention metrics. Compare that to Frontlines, where developers experimented with realistic animations, complex weapon systems, and maps that required actual strategy to master. That game proved Roblox could stand alongside other platforms in depth and complexity. Now, it feels like that kind of ambition is disappearing. Players are being funneled towards games that are less about mastering a challenge and more about endlessly repeating simple tasks. It's not that simple games can't be fun, they can, but when they become the standard, the direction of the platform changes. Roblox's algorithm plays a huge role in this shift. It rewards games that can pull in the widest audience for the longest amount of time, and the easiest way to do that is to strip out anything that might cause a player to leave. This means less complexity, less failure, and more instant gratification. A game like Grow a Garden is built for that system. You can understand in under a minute, it's friendly to all ages, and it keeps you in a loop that's just engaging enough to hold your attention without much thought. On the other hand, Frontlines asks more from you. It needs better hardware, more attention, and longer play sessions. For players who want that depth, it's perfect, but for an algorithm focused on broad appeal, that's a harder sell. This is what I'd call low friction design. The less effort it takes to play, the better a game performs. And that's slowly pushing developers towards simpler and simpler ideas, not because they lack skill, but because it's the safest way to succeed. This shift doesn't just change the games we see, it changes the audience Roblox attracts. When the top games are designed to be understood instantly and mastered in minutes, new players get used to never being challenged. Longtime players who want deeper mechanics start feeling like there's nothing left for them anymore. It's a feedback loop. The more players expect simplicity, the more developers deliver it. And over time, the ambition that used to define Roblox starts to fade. Not too long ago, the front page felt like a place where you could discover something new every week. A game that pushed the engine further than anyone thought possible. Now, it's starting to feel like a rotation of the same ideas, tweaked just enough to feel new. Think back just a couple years ago. Frontlines was making waves for looking and feeling like a full-fledged FPS you'd expect on PC or console. It had realistic weapon handling, detailed environments, smooth animations, and even the kind of pacing you would see in a Call of Duty match. It wasn't just good for Roblox, it was good, period. And it showed what the platform could be when a developer really pushed for it. Now compare that to Grow a Garden. It's colorful, it's friendly, and it's easy to pick up within seconds. But once you planted a few crops, watered them, and sold them, you've basically seen everything. There's no real depth, no evolving mechanics, no surprises waiting a few hours in. And that's the point. It's designed to be low commitment, something you can just jump into, play for a couple minutes, and leave without feeling like you've missed anything. But the difference between the two is massive. Not just in visuals or systems, but in ambition. One game tried to push Roblox to its limits, the other plays it safe, knowing it'll appeal to the widest audience possible. And right now, it's the safe games that are dominating the market. The truth is, this isn't an accident. Roblox has slowly been shaping the platform to favor games like this. Games that are easy to understand within the first 10 seconds, games that run smoothly on a phone with weak internet, games where you don't need a tutorial, a learning curve, or even much thought to get started. The majority of Roblox's player base isn't sitting at a desk with a mouse and keyboard. They're on mobile, they're younger, they're jumping between games in short bursts. The algorithm knows this, so when a game gets high session starts and short, satisfying feedback loops, like planting and harvesting and Grow a Garden, it skyrockets. Meanwhile, a game like Frontlines might blow your mind when you first play it, but it demands more from you. It asks you to slow down, learn, adapt, and invest time. In the current Roblox ecosystem, that can actually hold a game back. That's how we've ended up here. Not in a golden age of ambitious projects, but in a cycle where the simplest, safest ideas get the biggest spotlight. The question is, what happens next? Because if the future of Roblox is built entirely on games you can understand in 10 seconds and forget in 20 minutes, then the golden age we were heading towards might already be behind us. If you've got your own thoughts on how Roblox has been changing, drop them in the comments. I'm curious to see if you've been feeling the same shift. Also, join the Discord where we talk about Roblox in future videos, so if you want to be a part of that, links below. While you're at it, make sure to follow me on Roblox so you can check out the stuff I'm working on over there. We're getting really close to 1,000 subs, so if you enjoyed the video and want to help us push over that line, hit that sub button. I also have a second channel in the description below if you want to check that out. So yeah,